Hello everybody and welcome along to the next round of the WCS BMW E90 Championship. Apologies for the slightly delayed start in broadcast, but we are live here from Bathurst Mount Panorama, ready for race one of the meeting tonight. I'm Josh Radisson. I'll be leading you through the action. Alongside me is Sam Jones, and well, we have the cars going round on the formation lap of the moment, so I'll take it straight through the grid. It was Lars Brugman and got pole position for Wouters Automotive. He is followed by Uncle Tina in the CM Tech car, then Peter van Woudenberg in the VR46 car, winner last time out, keep an eye on him. Then it's Lucas Lourdes, fourth in the Thunder Motorsport car, great result for him. He will be hoping to capitalise on that. Roy Vizile, P5 in the Hinds Motorsport car, the number 5 in 5th. Then it is Ultra Picaro for YTF1 in 6th place, Brett Metcalf for 7th. Then it is Simon Watman in the Backmark Legends car in 8th. Wesley Stefano in the Hinds car is 9th, followed by Eric Stanford in P10. Perry Vink making his WCS debut in P11. Sven de Vries directly behind in 12th. Jared van der Weide has actually had a clash with the wall in the Squire Motorsports car in 13th. Then it is Matthias Watman in P14 in the Backmark Legends car, and Philip Koenig 15th in the Performance Motorsport number 35. Stelios Vantis in the Thunder car is to 16th place and last. So, Sam, great to be here with you once again. Unfortunately, we don't have much time to talk about Bathurst, but as brilliant as Jack it is, we are about to get underway with the race here. So, looking at the entire fields, have you got any favourites for race win?
I'm only just about getting in now, so I'll give you my favourites in a bit, but I'm certainly glad to be here.
Oh, apparently we have a spin according to the cameraman Menno Klont, and that might be Lucas Levitis in P4, he says. Yep, he is. He's way back. And now he has got to negotiate his way safely through here the rest of the fields until he can get to his grid box. And, yep, oh, well, one of the, yep, that is actually Perry Vink behind, who's had a bit of a squiggle behind him, but all the cars lining up now.
Yep, all the cars lining up, Josh. So,
as I think Metcalf is starting from the pit lane.
He's gone in there, hasn't he? That's going to be interesting.
It is. So, any quick favourites for the race, then?
I'm going to go for Lars Brugman again today. He's been so good recently in both leagues, WCS. So I'm really think he's going to get it.
Yep, sensible choice. I'm going to prompt for Van Woudenberg. He took him in before. I think he can do it again. We wait for the lights now to go out here in Bathurst. And, well, I think there's a bit of confusion. Someone must not be in the grid box properly. I think it might actually be either Metcalf or one of the Backmark Legends cars is not in the pit box correctly. We are not taking the start here as Metcalf has now come off. And here we go, the lights are lighting up here in Bathurst. We're going to get a very Aussie race going on here. And we're off and away. It's a great start from Tina, who immediately assumes the lead of the race from Brugman. And it looks like Lars Brugman has actually got a terrible start. He's dropped down to third. Loridis has gone over into second. 2 places game for the Thunder driver. We have a car off in the background. That is Ilja Mikalo in the YTF1 car. And the Croatian will not be happy with his start. He has dropped down to 13th and is now fending off Matthias Watman in the Backmark Alexis car. Brett Metcalf is struggling to exit the pit lane meanwhile, as we have Tina, who's commanding the lead at the start of this race from Lars Brugman, from Peter van Woudenberg, from Lucas Lourdes, from Roy Vizile. So we have a battle up and down the field at the moment. Metcalf is actually, I think, retired from race. He has not even taken the start. That is unfortunate for him, which leaves 15 runners now. But Tina, really the star of the start there, Sam.
Yeah, he certainly was. Brugman didn't get away at all there, and well, Tina's already got a 1 second lead at the moment, and Brugman's just got in second as well after having a bit of contact with Lucas down the straight into turn 2 as well. It's looking very fast and very vicious right now, but already the cars are starting to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, they are starting to spread out a little bit already, and well, that is possibly the nature of Bathurst as a longer track. Only 9 laps of this circuit because of the length of it, but he's not going to stop problems. Tina has had a couple of collisions with the wall there. See, but he's finding it difficult, this race leader, but Bathurst is a tricky circuit to manoeuvre, but a brilliant one all the less, and nonetheless rather, and Brugman's starting to catch up as a result.
Yeah, I'm noticing Perry Vink is really struggling in 7th. He's hit quite a few walls at the moment. Sven de Vries is trying to get around him as well. They're going side by side down the hill, and it's a very long straight here, so they could be side by side for quite a while.
Yeah, this could be side by side for quite a while indeed. This could get a bit long here. as they come down the massive straight into the chase and into, yep, the left-right, that is, and directly down the short blast down into Murray's, the final corner, and, well, look at this, Tina on the threat from Brookman, well and truly now.
Yeah, Brugman's already caught up with him over the course of this lap, and straight away Argo there is looking like he's going to be under pressure, down to less than half a second between the two. You'd have to feel that even within the next couple of corners, Brugman could have a chance of getting past him. It all depends if you get a good exit out of turn 1 here and get the slingshot up the hill.
Yeah, Brookman's got a good chase, at least I tell you, or someone with a good chase is Sven de Vries back in P7, who's chasing down Simon Watman with intent. He is giving a good fight to the Swede here, and de Vries is going to move down the outside as they come down into Griffins, and all of a sudden it's going to be a two-way battle for P6 between Watman and de Vries. It's Sweden versus America in this battle in Australia, and Watman runs wide. De Vries tries to look down the inside there, doesn't quite work as they come into the cut and through into Reed Park directly after it. But yeah, good defending from Watman. He's managed to hold that line well. He's now chasing himself as they come through Reed Park and then into the next couple of corners after that. Good little bit of defending there. I think Mark Wicks has actually missed the start of the race somehow. Stelios Vantis is slow out of the first corner, back in last, but at the moment it is this real battle for P1. We want to be looking at Brookman versus Tida, CM Tech versus Wouters, Estonia versus Holland in this battle for P1. Both very capable drivers, both arguably wanting to win here in Australia, as Tida gets a bit of a drift on round Forest Salvo there, but it's only going to help Brookman.
Yeah, Brookman's all over the back of him now, and there is definitely falling into his grasp. I think he's feeling the pressure already, and this is only lap 2. And straight, corner straight, it's going to be close between the two.
Yeah, there's a big battle going off the P5 behind. Keep half an eye out for Sam if you would, but here we go. Lars Brookman round the outside of the chase, into the chase rather, and well, he's executed that perfectly as Brookman. He goes into P1, overtakes Tina. Let's go back to P5. De Vries, Watman and Vazile going at it here into the same corner, and Watman's trying to go for De Vries, and it doesn't work. That's Vazile, doesn't work, and he reached. Oh, he didn't have full control of the car, and he may have tapped Watman there. No wheel damage there though, but Roy Vajal trying to win the Wesley Stefano's car, but he's going to have a go at the Murrays now on Watman. Bit of margin between the two, but oh no, Watman is round. Well, that is a bit of a controversial one there, but Simon Watman demoted the way to Stefano goes through, and Perry Ving now might have a go on this Swede.
Yeah, Watman's falling back more and more, isn't he now? He's all the way back to 8th place and really struggling, and someone further back is smoking. That's Eric Stanford in 11th place. He's got a lot of smoke coming out the back of his car right now, and I think he was caught up within the incident with Philip Koenig as well at the end of that lap.
Yeah, Stanford in the Squire Motorsports car has got a bit of an overheating problem by the looks of it. His engine running a little bit too hot. He's going to need to either cool that down or something, because we don't want his engine to blow up, and that would be the worst case scenario for Stanford, not even getting to finish the race because of that. But Bracalo now on Vink for P9, looks a bit of a battle, but then it doesn't because Vink has the line covered, who himself wants to go for Simon Watman to P8. So lots of battles going on here, and they've got Vazile trying to chase down De Vries, but nothing really happening in the front anymore, as Brookman is really starting to command a lead here in this race. There's Vink in the wall, which might let Bracalo in with a run, and it is going to let me in through a run. He's going to come through Frog Hollow Summer Cup, then, yep, he comes through there, now into McPhillamy Park, this long left, then into Skyline Yeses and the dip at the extremely difficult to get right chicane combo. So easy to get this wrong if you're not careful, but he has managed to. Bracalo into 9th securely now and ready to chase down the rest of the field. Stanford has gone straight on that set of S's there in other unrelated news, but yeah, a couple of battles starting to brew here.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I think a couple of these drivers are really struggling in this midfield sector as well. So we see quite a lot of them slapping the wall, and that can't be doing any good to the suspension on these cars whatsoever. So definitely going to be a race to just keep it calm and keep it controlled during this middle sector. And well, Eric Stanford is still smoking away, and Koenig's catching him up right now. I think he's only going to go further and further back down this field.
Yep, that potentially going to be one to watch. P12 and P13, Connick and Stanford. As Vink is off big time, coming into out of the chase, and he is going to be, well, he's being chased now by the likes of Underwider, Stanford, Connick further behind. This could potentially be P10 for Connick if he catches up quickly enough.
Yeah, he's doing well after his spin only a lap ago, and also just watch as well, debris is all over the back of Lucas for P4 right now, and this is going up the hill towards turn 2, and already debris has poked his nose out. He's taken command of the inside line, and surely he's got the best line going into this corner.
Yeah, doesn't even really try and attack too hard, Lewis. I think he knew what was coming there. To race into P4, then is Vazile in the wall again. Oh, he's not having a very good race in this. He's clattering walls left, right and centre as Roy Vazile. Maybe not quite settling into this track as quickly as he's like Bricalo. Watman is an interesting battle further up the field for P8, and that is what to keep an eye on. But Connick now going for Stanford for P12, which is what we mentioned before. And Eric Stanford not really in too much of a position to defend here as he's been topped by the German. And well, he's gone round there. I think Connick's actually trying to wait for Stanford, but he can't wait too long. Stanford has got, yep, he is not in a good position at the moment, but why isn't he reversing? Oh, now...
He's only going forwards, isn't he? He's got full revs on, but he's only in first gear. He's not going to go anywhere when the wall is in the way.
Yeah, he's not reversing for whatever reason. I want to take a look at that incident again. They were coming round into the cut here, and yep, Connick just goes down the inside. And, well, I think Stanford, actually, yes, Stanford began to turn in. Maybe they didn't anticipate Connick was there, or maybe Connick did, but he's out. So Stanford retires from the race. Either Connick didn't realise he was there, or Stanford didn't realise he was there. That is going to be one for the stewards panel. Apparently, he might have blown his engine. No, he was revving at the time that he came out of the thingy, so it was fine. His engine was still running. So, no, he didn't blow his engine, but problems for Stanford immediately. That has put him out of the race. And it'll be one for the stewards panel. Rosales had an incident. Right, Rosales had a bit of an off there, coming into the chase. He just lost it on a break and it went round. Yeah, that is so easy to do. And he is now going to come into the pit lane. I think he might be trying to change his tyres because he must have flat spotted them.
Yeah, he definitely did something there, hasn't he? Just spun on the inside the corner as he was getting into the very latter part of his braking zone, probably turning in whilst braking maybe, and just cut him out a little bit, but he's pitting now. This is going to cost him though, isn't it? He's going to put him all the way back in 12th place by the time he comes back out of the pits again.
Oh, and he's missed his grid box to add insult to injury as well. He's going to reverse and make adjustments. It's going to cost him even more time. He's down in 12th as it stands. This has not been a good first race for the Dutchman by any means of the imagination. Hopefully he can be slightly better off in races 2 and 3 this evening, but at the moment not going for Zile's way, and I'm sure he'll want to improve on that. We got an interesting battle for P7. Watman, Bricalo, these two are giving it chase to each other. I think Watman's actually gone through, unless he was there before. But Ricardo is still very close behind as they come around this set of corners, and the Croatian is going to be thinking where he can line this up. He can't go at the skyline, that's too narrow. He'll probably be thinking very, very sideways. These two are attempting to get in the moment. But yeah, here we go, Ricardo. He's not going to try at the skyline, is he? No, he is looking. He's looking, he's brave, but maybe slightly foolish to do that. It wasn't going to work, and well, it's not getting him a position, but it's not lost him any time either.
Yeah, it's fantastic through the S's right now and into the dipper, and well, it is so close between these two guys. Bricalo's actually fallen back a little bit, but Watman's really drifted it through these corners as well. Oh, I think he might have just touched the wall slightly on the way out there, I don't know, but still got a good gap between himself and Bricalo behind, and well, not too far ahead is Wesley Stefano as well, so we've got potentially a three-way scrap right here as they head down towards the chase.
Yeah, these three probably the ones to watch right now. They're the only three within some sort of thingy. Vazile is out of the race. I think he's probably called enough, so that is the 3 DNFs within the space of 5 laps. Although this is half race distance. Seems the attrition rate quite high here at Bathurst today. But Stefano, Watman, Bricalo, the Hins, Backrocker Legends and YTF1 drivers, all within about, as they cross the start-finish line, they're all within about 2 seconds of each other.
Yeah, it's super close between the three, isn't it? And this is definitely where the action is on the track right now. as they go up the hill toward Griffin's. And well, I'm just going to see if anyone's gaining on anyone. I don't think there's a huge amount of gain to be had from sitting behind another car down these straights. They don't really seem to be picking up on too much of a tow, so it's pretty much line astern as they enter the corner. A bit of a lock up there by Wesley Stefano, but nothing dramatic, and he makes the corner.
Yep, Stefano really must be pushing it all the finest, getting every German horsepower he can out of that BMW. He was really pushing it, going for helpful level to try and get away from Watman and Bricalo here. And, well, you can imagine he wants his P6, and he wants it quite badly. Points, I think, go down to, oh, De Vries, apparently he's just had a spin. Oh, that is a big incident for De Vries. He has had a spin, and Von P4, oh, what's happened is he's come through, he's come into Skyline, he's clipped the gravel, he's gone round, but brilliant car control has made it not as bad as it could be, though that front left did clatter the barrier, and I'm wondering if he's got suspension damage. It doesn't look like he has, though. I think he's got away scot-free. Yeah, mate, he went wide coming into the Skyline complex out of McPhillamy Park, hit the gravel, went round, not going to do his tyres any favours, but he looks to have got away without any serious injuries there, Sam.
Yeah, it looks like he's might just get away with this one. He's got who is it behind him? Lucas is it behind him in 5th place, about 4 seconds behind, so we'll have to see if that gap comes down any over the next lap or so. I think that will tell us if he's got any damage. Just noticed as well while that was going on, Simon Watman just hit the wall coming out of Boris elbow, and definitely looking a bit ragged through the chase as well, and Riccardo has suddenly gained back up to him, so he's got a chance of claiming 7th position if he can just keep it all together.
Yeah, Bricalo is really chasing down Watman now. No damage on that BMW, the back market Legends car. But I think in the hell corner, you're going to have a go here, Cadilja Bricalo. Coming down into that first turn. He's not going to look for it, of course, but he's going to try and line it up. Because, well, an overtaking there can be done, but only if you're in the right line. Bricalo does not have the right line. And coming down the mountain straight, maybe Griffin's will be about a passing point.
Yeah, he's got right into his bumper now, and Bricalo is definitely gaining. It's going to be interesting. Is Watman going to defend? He's sitting right in the middle of the track.
Oh, he is. He's not changed line, has he?
No, he's made his car so wide, Bricalo had nowhere to go. Couldn't even get up the inside or around the outside, and lost all the momentum he gained.
Well, you can argue maybe he didn't leave space. I mean, he could have looked, could Bricalo. I'm sure Watman would have had to accommodate, but he didn't. But I've never seen someone just stick in the middle of the track like that. I think he knows the track well enough to know that an overtaking might not be possible if he's in the right place.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be quite a wise head right now, but through this section up towards the very peak of the hill at the furthest north part of the track, it's really where Bricalo seems to exit.
Oh!
He's got right to the back of Watman again.
He looked into Skyline, maybe trying to pressure Watman, and it may have worked. He got side of right Stefano, has had a crash in front though, and that is a no. Well, that is a bumperless BMW in front, so some front downforce will be lost. A slight tendency to understeer perhaps on the Stefano car now, and that won't help because it'll mean more tyre wear. But Watman has been put ever closer to the Dutchman.
Yeah, he's right at the back now, and Stefano will be worried about his car after making such a big impact with the wall as well. And all of a sudden now, it looks like Watman's going to have a go at Stefano down towards the chase.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? That's the question. Watman through into the chase, and Stefano helpless defend was there. He's actually gone off. That's how much problematic is. Van der Weide has now retired for the race. And oh, dearie, that's not going well for Stefano or anybody involved. He's just clattered somebody there. Let's see. Yeah, he turned in, he went wide, and then I think he was on the brakes, and he tried to, and he just went into Matthias Watman, and Stefano out. Matthias Watman, I think, is still going. Yeah, he's going damage-free. He's escaped there. Van der Weide out in all this as well. I'm going to find out what happened there while you have a look at the rest of it, Sam.
Yeah, interesting stuff. So a lot of stuff is going on right now, and that means that Bricalo's up to 6th, Simon Watman's up to 7th as well. And they're actually not that far behind Lyritis either.
Oh my lord!
Got De Vries not too far ahead.
Darren Van der Weide, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just explain what's happened here. He's come round, I think, into Frog Hollow through Solomon Park, and he's gone too quickly. He's hit the wall, and then he's rolled it several times, hopped over the track wall into the crowds, and he just hasn't been able to get it back into the track. So he's actually misjudged the corner, and he's got out by going outside of the track.
That is actually incredible. I've had to just go back and look at that, and yeah, he's just hit the wall once, come back to it again, hasn't he? And the car's pirouetted over the wall. That's a dramatic end to his race, and there was certainly no getting back onto the track after that one.
Well, let's have a look. Argyle Teeter, according to Menno Klont, is quite close to our Brugman. There's 2 seconds in it, which is a significant gap given the circumstances, but it's held about that for the entire race. Van Boudenberg not too far behind, let's be fair, but De Vries and Lewis is a closer gap, but Watman, Bracalo is even closer still, and Perry Vink, let's not forget Vink on his WCS debut was 8th at the moment, although, you know, you can argue the big attrition rates help that. And speaking of Perry Vink, he's using a half spin, climbing the wall. That seems to be a common theme. It is not an easy track to negotiate, Bathurst, but he's doing a pretty good job of it, and we have just 11 racers left out of the 16 who started.
Yeah, it is actually coming down, the gap between the top 2, and even Peter van Woudenberg is there as well, only a couple seconds behind Argo today. So all of a sudden the top 3 are really starting to close up to each other, and well, we could have an interesting fight on towards the end of this race.
Oh, we could indeed. If the gap is consistently coming down, Argo Teeter, the Estonian, could make a comeback, maybe even go for the win if we don't know. Who knows? Time was going to have to be the judge of that one, though I think this is the final lap. It is lap 8 of 9. I completely lost track of everything. This is the final lap. 8 laps done. 9 laps. This is lap 9 of 9 now, and Tina's going to get a whole 1 point something seconds in that lap. He's going to have to hope Brugman makes a mistake. I completely lost track of the lap counter.
Yeah, it's been that fast and exciting. Oh, Brugman's hit the wall.
Oh, he has.
Living dangerously, isn't he, right now? Really pushing hard.
Well, I guess there's, you know, no life like the risky life for Lars Brugman at the moment. He needs to stay ahead. He is losing time to Tida, and if he does not keep that 1.5 second gap, the Estonian is going to be right on his rear bumper as he comes round the Skyline Complex. Yeah, Tina is chasing down here. We got Lewis and Bracalo chasing each other down for 5th, and De Vries not far ahead for 4th. But this battle for the lead could get pretty interesting pretty quickly if there's a mistake from Brugman. Although coming down onto the Conrad Straight, I don't believe there's going to be one.
Yeah.
Although Bracalo, when he went for that time into Skyline, and it's backfired horrendously. He's hit Lewis, and that has caused a problem. Luckily, no damage, but the move caused an accident that time. Bracalo in the wall now. That has not gone very well. I've got to take it out to Lars Brugman, though, who's coming around into the chase now and is going to come into the final corner soon enough. Tida in close pursuit, although I do not think it is going to be enough this time around. It's going to be Lars Brugman who comes round into Murray's, the final turn, who will round it, and it's going to be Lars Brugman who takes a great win in race 1 at Bathurst, followed by Tida just half a second behind, then Van Boudenberg 3rd, and then we have this battle for P4 between De Vries and Leritis, which is going on at the moment. And Lucas is doing a good job of defending. Sven might have a go into Murray's if he's lucky, but El Riccardo there to pick up the pieces. In this case, ends up in a very, very sad story, but I doubt it will, because these two are sensible. De Vries doesn't have the line, he knows he doesn't, but Lewis, oh, he's wide, and De Vries through! In the final corner, it tapped slightly there, but he gets the position done, and then it's Bracalo 6th, and then Watman 7th, and then Perry Vink should come in P8, and Philip Connick 9th, Stelios Vance is 10th, who will get reverse grid pole for Thunder Motorsports, and Matthias Watman, he's going to be the final finisher when he crosses the line, and then the retirements from the race: Wesley Stefano, Jared Van der Weide, Roy Rizal, Eric Stanford, and Brett Metcalf. Well, I tell you what, that battle for 4th, it was the final corner, Sam, where Sven de Vries, he went down, Leritis went wide, he went down the inside, he got the place, and then it was just the rejoin, a slight nudge to de Vries, although it didn't affect the outcome in the end because he still finished ahead.
Yeah, so close that. Laritis just completely missed the final corner, didn't hit the apex at all. The back end got out on him going in, and the car just understeered all the way through the corner. And he was so lucky not to hit the outside wall as well. And De Vries just snuck in there, got the position, a bit of argy-bargy as Laritis effectively.
I think Matthias Watman is stuck outside of the track. How has that happened?
It looks like he's gone on a holiday.
Oh, he's had a problem coming into the chase, and then he's just gone over the wall, just like Van der Weide. Well, I hope he can get it across the line, but
not gonna matter, Matthias. You're not gonna finish in any other position. It's 11th or nothing.
Well, he's setting a record here, I think, for the longest time to finish a race, but aside from that, I don't think this is going to make any difference whatsoever. He is going to cross the line in P11, but he's just going to find his way to the pit lane now, if that is even possible. Come on, Matthias, get your way back. Go on, there's your exit there. Go for it, man. He's missed it. I know what the session's been ticked over, so he's not actually going to finish the race, but he will still be classified in 11th.
There you go. Well, that was certainly interesting. He was persistent. It wouldn't have made any difference, but he gave it a go and never actually made it back onto the track. It's like when you are that far behind in Mario Kart and you don't get to finish. You just want to finish just for the hell of it, don't you?
Yeah, you at least want to get to the end of a race. That's got to be the ultimate end goal.
Yeah, well, he could try finish race 2, maybe inside the track this time.
Everybody appreciates a tryer, that's the thing.
Absolutely.
Even if you can't quite get there in the end, if you try, you get the credit.
Yeah, but top marks for him. He kept on going, explored all the options, tried to use the banking as well, and just fell short right at the end there. So it's a shame for him, but excellent stuff.
Oh, I think we just the service ticked over again, hasn't it? Yeah, we just got just ticked over again. We're just reloading the server, but yeah, excellent stuff indeed.
Yep, sorry, I just got a bit distracted there, Josh. I didn't hear anything you were saying. I had a lot of noise blaring down my headset.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, so race 2 then. We know that Stelios Francis will start from pole, but do you think he's going to be any sort of favourite to hold it? Because we have seen upsets before. We've seen Peter van Woudenberg take his first win last time out from pole position. So, I think it was pole at least. He was quite far off down the front of the field. But do you think that Francis, now on pole, he could take advantage and get a good position?
I don't see why not. We've seen how this track is actually not the easiest to overtake on. There's lots of overtaking opportunities, but it's staying behind another car, especially as you head up the hill. Then back down again, that's where it's really tricky. And when you're stuck in a midfield full of drivers, you're way more likely to get into some kind of incident around here. So he's in the best spot at the moment, start at the front. If he can get a good getaway and gets to one verse, then there's no reason why he can't go on a win. But he's going to have a lot of competition behind him as well. And I think after that first race, a few guys probably just finding their way around this track. Very difficult track to race on, extremely unforgiving. And I think this time around, a lot of them are going to be a lot more motivated to go for it, and quite a bit more wise as to where they can really push it and where they just have to back off and be cautious. And that's where really I think this is going to be an interesting race too, and we might actually see a different winner as well. At the end of the day, Lars Brugman, he had a slow lap on his penultimate lap in that first race, still managed to win, but such a slow lap can only mean that he had some kind of incident. So even when you're out front by yourself, you can have a huge race-changing potential incident, and it happens to the best of them, so anything can happen in the second race. It's certainly not a foregone conclusion as to who's going to win.
Yeah, no foregone conclusions taken here in WCS. We never know who's going to win, but still, going to be interesting to see how this goes. Apparently, Stanford's car wouldn't go into neutral or reverse, maybe because he had a button assigned in neutral, but yeah, that's why he had to retire, because he couldn't actually get it in anything other than reverse, or forwards gear, sorry. There you go, that's why that happens.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I didn't know that. That's good good, useful information.
Yep, useful information. If you've got a neutral button map like me, then you will want to hit that before you go into reverse.
Yeah, I tend not to have one mapped, so that's bad stuff for me, really. Never really think ahead. That's what it's all about, though, isn't it? It's forward planning. It's discovering these kind of things in practice and testing, and then just making sure you're fully prepared for the race.
Yep, all about the preparation. And yep, there is going to be see how turn 1 goes for Vansis, who's going to be on pole position, of course. But yeah, going to be some interesting starts here because yeah, it's not usual. I think that we see the likes of the Thunder cars on pole, but it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with it.
Yeah, and I think there's a few guys further down the field that have a good shout as well. I think there's a few instances in that first race, and I've also noticed we've got an extra driver as well, haven't we? Mark Wicks turned up to join the fun as well.
Yeah, we have a Mark Wicks. He is very much present and correct.
So that's more for the party. Hopefully Brett Metcalf as well be able to race this time around and not end his race before it even began like he did in race 1 when he went to the pits. I don't know what the issue with that was, but it was a shame not to see him out on track.
Yeah, it was a shame to not see him there, but he is going to be there, and we are going to see him out and actually have a go. So we'll have to see how he does in this race 2, which should be getting started very soon. The grid should be set by Sven de Vries, our race admin, and we'll see exactly who is where when we get to the start.
I like these 5-minute breaks between the races. A 10-minute one can feel extremely long, and I just want to get back to seeing more racing. That was fantastic stuff in the first race. It was a 20-minute race, but it felt like it only went on for about 10. It was that furious, and yeah, I didn't even realise we were on the final lap when we got to it. We got there that quickly. Such good fun, and I'm sure we're going to be in for more of the same.
Yeah, of course, we have another race yet to come, but this is, for now, going to be race 2, and we are going to have the start in about 35 seconds' time, and we're going to see exactly who is going to do what in this running order of the race. So, any last bits of advice given race 1 for the racer, Sam?
I think it's just a case of take it easy when you're heading up the hill, because I saw a lot of guys really just ploughing into the walls in the early parts of that race, and the damage is done at that point, and it really costs you. So I think it's just a bit of patience and just keep it nice, calm and clean, and then you'll at least have a chance of gaining a few positions later on in the race.
Yep, so here we go then, and off the start, as we know, Stelios Vansis is on pole position for Thunder Motorsport. Then it is Philip Connick in P2. Perry Vinger's going to have to start from the pit lane because he's missed the grid. So he effectively forfeits his 3rd place to Simon Watman, who is going to start in 4th. And then it's going to be Ilja Picardo in P5 for YTF1, then Lucas Loretis in P6. And Sven de Vries 7th in the Wouters car, then Peter van Boudenberg 8th, Argeltine 9th, and previous race winner Lars Brugman in 10th. Then Matthias Watman 11th, followed by Wesley Stefano in P12, Jared van der Weijden in 13th. 14th place for Roy Bazile, who will be hoping to make up some positions in this race. 15th for Eric Stanford, 16th for Metcalf, and Mark Wicks, having not taken the start of the previous race at all, rounds out the field.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Perry there, but I can only assume that he was away from his rig when we came down to the end of that 5 minutes there, and he just completely missed the start, and he's actually sat at the pit lane already, so he's going to be sat there for quite a while. That's not going to do anything for his car, but hopefully he won't have any overheating issues or anything like that going into the race. I don't think they really gain too much heat being stationary, but nonetheless he's going to be sat there for quite a while, and I'm sure he just wants to get going. This is such a long lap round here.
Yeah, he'll want Vance's story, won't he? He wants him just to get round here as quick as he can, but the formation lap is for the drivers to go round, really, and they can do it whatever the pace they like, as long as it's not too slow. But yeah, Vink is going to be waiting an eternity for Vances to get round. Then he's going to wait for the likes of Wicks to Wicks to form up. I mean, Vantis is coming around now through the dipper into Forest's elbow now, and Wicks is just coming at the start of the Skyline section.
We've had a spinner as well. I didn't catch who that was. Oh, it's Matthias Watt.
Oh dear.
Spin. And just got back going now. He's got to catch up with the rest of the pack to keep his grid spot, I feel.
Yeah, has not run into any damage though, so it's a good thing. He's going to still take his grid spot as the cars, well, begin to come around the Conrad Straight, and Vantis, Leo, wow, almighty, Vantis has landed backwards into Bricalo, and yeah, Bricalo was there, Vantis just went straight backwards into him. I'm intrigued as to whether we're going to get a restart, because that is quite serious damage that may have been inflicted, if it was serious damage. And, well, Simon Watman's just gone off as well. Yeah, Ricardo's starting for the pit lane.
He certainly is, and Vantis is going really slowly at the back as well, so I don't even think he's going to make it back. He needs to stop the car, get back to the pit lane.
So he's going. I don't think he's got any major damage. I think he's going to try and take the start. I think he was more waiting for Ricardo than anything. But Koenig is going to line up in the pit lane now. He is going to come into second place, which is his grid slot. Then it's Simon Watman fourth, and it's pretty much going to be a straight fight here between Koenig and Vantis off the start line. Then Simon Watman's got the entire second row himself, and Lucas Lorenz is the entire third.
Yeah, De Vries is going to have a nice clean getaway as well. No one ahead of him on the back at all, so he could just go straight off the start line and not have to worry about hitting anyone. Let's look at this.
Yeah, Carl's trying to get into the grid spots. Honestly, I'd call the winner, but after that I'm not sure anymore, so I'm going to bother as a one-off as Vantis finally takes his pole position on the grid. We get ready for the lights to go out. And just waiting for that. I think there may be someone again in the pit box. Of the starting grid, where the two cars went at the end. And here we go. We're going once again. The lights are starting to go. And we have racing going on. Vink and Bricalo both going to win. We got 4 wide. Oh my lord, it's happened already. And we got a car round at the start. And Van Boudenberg's taking full advantage. He's gone into the lead from about 7th. But what happened with Vansis? What happened is, it was Levridis who went out, then Watman tagged him, then he got hit by De Vries, and all the cars beside went round, and it was him and Koenig who got involved at the start. And Philip Koenig, I think, is just spinning his wheels. I think either he's stuck in or something, he's out. And Bricalo and Vig finally are out to go as a result of Koenig being stuck. But they're a mile behind Vantis, who's a mile behind Watman. But Peter Van Boudenberg probably can't believe his luck because he's leading.
This is absolutely incredible. And Lars Brugman is already up into second place as well. So what a fortunate his start he's had. He's managed to avoid all that carnage. And well, I don't really know what quite happened there. I saw that Koenig tried to come across to the inside line of the track at the start line and just hit someone who was next to him. It all got a bit kind of bunched up there. I don't know really whose fault it was.
And the Roundberg's had an incident now, and Brugman threw into the lead. Lars Brugman has gone from 10th to 1st, but he's still chasing down with his tough fellow compatriot. I say that because Van Boudenberg's Dutch and, De Vries American, but with some Dutch in him. And Roy Mazzaro, look at this, now he's going for the lead as well. And Watman behind and De Vries behind. It's all going a bit haywire now.
It certainly is. Boudenberg and Brugman were side by side for so many corners and they only just managed to hold on. And now Mazzaro practically pushing Brugman down the straight towards the chase. It's going to be so tight going into here.
Oh, dearie me, Brugman! I think I was clipping on the stream there, but Brugman into Van Boudenberg and Mazzaro off as well! And all of a sudden, well, we're a new leader, and it's Simon Watman!
This is the craziest race I've ever seen. There's more carnage in the background also. I think Casal's gone backwards across the track.
How on earth has this happened? That is the question. But Simon Watman's going to lead on lap 3. He's going to start lap 3 as the leader. He's got Tadeo and De Vries battling behind him. And if they have an incident, it's Stefano who's going to go into second.
Tadeo's all over the back of Watman as well. He nearly ran off the track there, coming out to turn one, he's got such momentum, but can he get the sling shot down the straight? They're all line astern. I think everyone's getting a level right now, but Argo looks so close to Watman.
Well, this is interesting, and I've just found out I've been too loud again. What is with me and being too loud on broadcast? And Orwell's Watman off, and that has put Tadeo in the lead. Slender reset and Stefano into P3 now. And they have all managed. Oh, now contact between them. Wesley Stefano is wanting to go here. This is the maddest race ever, and Watman in the third again.
He's back up there, isn't he? And look at Jared van der Weide as well, all the way up to fifth. He started right at the back of the grid. So this is incredible stuff. We've got a 6-car train for the lead. Tadeu's finally got there. De Vries is behind him, but it's still very close. I think someone else might have just hit the wall also. I don't know, Stefano.
Yeah, I'm still a bit too loud on the broadcast, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to fix that, because my microphone is as far down as it will go now.
Oh, and Watman's gone off.
Oh, he's had to do.
Oh, and he's gone round. Oh, there's the pile-up. There's a huge pile-up, and everyone's going off. And Van der Weide's got through. Litteris has got through. And Watman's all the way back to 6th. And Brugman is there in 7th after that carnage going into the chase last time round as well. It's covered 7th with Peter van der Velden also. And, well, it's all kicking off right here, isn't it? Absolutely crazy stuff. And the top two have now broken away from Greece. And there, side by side, going towards the chase. Who's going to come out of this one ahead? And there's taking the inside line, got defensive, and just about hold on to the position.
Oh, Leminis off big time. He has had a big do. He's out of the track, and he's barreled about 17 times. That might be him. Well, he's inside track limits. Fair enough. But he is out. I think he's. And Brazil out as well. Apparently, yep, he's gone.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was crazy. Can we get a replay of that? Oh, whoa, yeah. De Vries is gone. De Vries has gone as well. From 2nd place, De Vries has suddenly disappeared. This is manic stuff here. I don't know what's going on right now. That's it. De Vries is out. I think he's had a disconnection. It's just vanished off our screen. So all of a sudden, Argo Tadeu finds himself out front all by himself by 6 seconds over Wesley Stefano. That is a commanding lead that he's got, but he could easily lose it with one mistake. It's certainly not over yet, and I'm sure he's going to be mindful of that as we're only on lap 3 of the race, which feels like it's been going on for about 30 laps. It's been absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it has been a crazy race so far this year, and yeah, we'll have to see how the rest of it pans out. Tina leads by a mile from Stefano, from Brugman, from Van der Weide, from Van Boudenberg, from Metcalf, Watman. Stanford advances. Larinis is your top 10 at the moment. De Vries, Koenig and Brazil all out in the opening races stages of this race.
Yeah, it's been a lot of drivers tiring, and of course we've had so many incidents. I'm surprised we haven't lost more. Lars Brugman has found his way back up into 3rd place after his incident in lap 1 as well. So, well, he's doing alright, isn't he? Getting back up into 3rd, and he's not that far behind Stefano either.
Yeah, De Vries has rejoined now, to my knowledge, and he should be here. Maybe he can get back in the race, but he'll be quite far back when he does mind. He has rejoined, he's going to get going again, but he's got a mile to make up.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get in position. Oh, there's a huge crash. Oh my goodness, Van Aldenberg and Van der Weide have just come together on the straight.
Well, that is a weird place for you to come together. I'm going to have a look, and what's happened here is... Oh, well, Van Bowden, was it... Oh, hang on a minute, what's happened? Oh, Van der Weide. Whoa, Van der Weide went into Van Boudenberg. He turned left into him on the straight. Not the smartest move in the world, that. Must be said.
I don't quite understand that. I don't quite get why he's done that at all. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish, whether he thought he could get back into slipstream behind him and just mistimed it and turned too early, but maybe he's not got very good vision. But right now, Stefano and Lars Brugman are side by side going up towards Griffins, and it looks like Brugman's already going to get the position done because he's got that much of momentum in a straight line.
Carlo's out. Carlo's got engine problems. He is retired from the race now. That is a shame because he is out of this race. But all at the moment, definitely got Brooklyn to follow, but it's all Tida at the front of this race. Maybe this is the one he's going to win.
It could certainly be his advantage over Lars Brugman, who's now got into second place. It's 8 seconds. 8 seconds after 3.5 laps. That's truly incredible. Certainly, it's come about through some incidents along the way with other drivers having some unfortunate mistakes or crashes or whatever. But and Lars Brugman's going wide as well. He's pushing hard and he's got off the track.
Oh, he has! Brugman off big time. He has suffered an excursion off the track, and Stefano now, all of a sudden, he can be the one to capitalise. He can just gain and gain on Lars Brugman on lap 4. He could get in within about a shout of going for P2. It's a good result from the Hinds driver so far. Best of the season for him, certainly. With the likes of with his teammate out, he needs it.
Yeah, Eric Stamford has just spun as well, coming down the dipper. He's just gone and completely covered the track, but luckily gets going again before anyone comes along. So no incident to report of, really, just a slight spin.
Yeah. So, as Argo Tida has crossed the half-race distance line, he will have completed 4 laps starting lap 5 at the end of this one. He will have crossed the half-race distance line about halfway through this lap, and he is going to be the race leader by a comfortable margin over Brugman, who's gone wide at the final corner just a tad. He is now 8 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's still keeping this gap pretty constant between himself and Brugman over the last lap, so just today's got the pace as well. He's not slouching. He's certainly flexing his muscles right now, and let's see if he can keep this gap up. He's just got to be within 2 seconds of Brugman's lap times to hold on to his lead for the rest of the race, and it shouldn't be too hard for today, I feel, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. And just looking back as well, from Peter van Wildenberg is catching back up with Van der Weide. So after that huge crash that they had coming together, I think we might have a round 2 between the two of them.
Yeah, Van Wildenberg is chasing down here on Van der Weide, and it could be an interesting battle between the VR46 driver and Van der Weide. Of course, the winner, one of the winners last time out, is what's happened to Wicks. Apparently, yep, he's had a do in the Skyline complex. Should be able to get it going though. He's facing the right way after he lets Tida through. Gets a blue flag there. But yeah, I'll go Tida that far ahead of Mark Wicks at the moment. And that spin did not help. But to go back to this battle for P4, Van Woudenberg and Van der Weide, who's gone off. And well, that's Van Woudenberg through.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I thought there was going to be more of a battle, but it doesn't seem to be. Wildenberg has got the position, and he's up to 4th. Can Van der Weide try and catch up, or is it just Van Wildenberg got a bit too much pace for him? That line through there looks a bit suspect from Van der Weide as well, and he's just starting to fall further back, lost all the momentum down straight. Critical point that you really need it going down towards the chase, but right now he does not have the speed that he wants to down the straight, and definitely not going to be challenging him.
Yeah, he's not really going to pose much of a challenge here, is Van der Weide, to be honest. Van Woudenberg looks to solidly have 4th now, and with that, I think we've actually lost not only have we lost Harry Nick, but we've also lost any action on track we had apart from the potential PE battle between Stamford and the race.
Yeah, it's quite down, hasn't it? We had such a wild start. All of a sudden it's just calmed down. Brett Metcalf isn't too far behind Simon Watman for 6th and 7th place. It's only about a second and a half between the two of them, so potentially that could be a battle to look at in the coming lap or two. So Perry Winkers retired. Oh, and Eric Stamford and Lyritis are batting away as well in the final part of the lap and going across the line. Not quite sure. I think Stamford was ahead of him for this.
Yeah, this is the battle I was mentioning. Stamford, Lyritis, these two. Closest thing to a battle on track we have now is very close indeed. And yeah, these two are the ones we're going to be watching for now, because P9 is still in a decent position. Whoever loses this gets second in the reverse grid. So there is some serious ramifications to play. Who starts on the reverse grid's front row is the question, but who gets the extra points is also the question. And Lyritis not going for it in this corner. Smart thinking.
Yeah, he was quite close to the Aussie, and I think he's just going to have to try and apply the pressure to Stanford, try and make him just make a mistake at some point on this lap, and try and get past at some point. Sven de Vries has just moved up into 11th place as well, somehow remarkably still on the lead lap. I don't quite know how he managed to do that one after his disconnection, but he's going to try and aim for the top 10, but I think that's probably a bit too far away from him.
He is an inspired American at the moment, Sven, and he will be chasing down as many positions as he can get. Although, these battles, Sam, they're like buses. You wait for one, two happen at once. Simon Watman and Brett Metcalf are not far behind each other.
No, and they're looking...
As apparently Matthias Watman has gone up from 12th place, although, yeah, he has had a bit of a do. But, oh, yeah, in fact, yeah, there's more traffic going through there. But, yeah, this battle for P7 and P6, really what we want to be looking at the moment.
Yeah, that and 8th and 9th as well. I think they're the two that certainly giving us the best amount of action right now. And I'm actually going to look at 8th and 9th because I think that Lyritis is going to have a chance here and try and get Stanford at the chase.
Well, he could do. We're all neck and neck, aren't they, these two, P8 and P9? Lyritis is on Stanford, but is Stanford going to get a run back? He goes down the inside when he tries to. And it doesn't work out for him, unfortunately. So Stanford not making any gains, but he is still P9.
Yeah, he's still P9, and he's got about 15 seconds over the guy behind him as well. So Stanford is probably okay where he is, but he won't want to lose any more time or any more ground.
Yeah, he won't want to lose any more time. In fact, he'll want to try and build up towards the charge towards the limit, as he'll probably think. But it's not happening at present for him. But P6 and P7, Metcalf and Watman, that is a potential battle as well. Watman led the race at some point, and he is now P7. Well, Metcalf, and he's not that far behind.
No, he's not, and Metcalf looking quite racy as well. He's certainly shown what he can do after missing out on race 1. And
Watman round! Well, that's not Simon, that's Matthias. He's gone round now. It's a precarious position, actually. In fact, here comes Van der Weide. He's just missed it. Great manoeuvring from Matthias. And Van der Weide gets through him.
Yeah, good stuff by Watman there. Didn't. Oh, but he's gone around again, and he's hit something, and another precarious position. Gets back on track, and yeah, there we go. His compatriot Watman, and the other Watman, of course, and Metcalf go past him without any incident.
It is not his race at the moment, is it, Matthias Watman? He's just not having a good time of it. But he's doing alright, still going, and that can be commended, although he's relative Simon, I don't know what relation he is, but his relative Simon is very much in P6, and yeah, he's his brother apparently. Yeah, P7 is Metcalf still. They're in his 8th and Stanford 9th, although they have gapped each other.
They have a bit, haven't they? Metcalf just seems to have got a boil over the previous lap, whether he's just heats his tyres up a little bit too much, maybe pushing a bit too hard, and of course sat in the air of the car in front of him as well. Probably won't have helped him whatsoever. So Metcalf maybe just going to have to keep it calm for a few corners, try and regroup, and then just go and attack once again and see if he can get prized at a 6th place off Watman at some point.
Now here's an interesting scenario, please, Sam Jones. Sven de Vries is a lap down on Argentina, but appears to be catching. 5 seconds down the road from Tina is de Vries' teammate Brugman. What do you think could happen here? Do you think Sven's going to go for it and attempt to perhaps hold up Tina slightly?
I don't think he'd play. I don't think he'd play dirty or anything like that. I don't think he'd.
Well, let's be honest. If Sven's got the pace on that himself, surely he's entitled to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have de Vries off actually. Well, that's going to put paid to that. For the moment at least, he's just rammed the wall, but come straight back on track. Hopefully no damage to that one with his car though. As yeah, that is not going to play well, but you know, if he's entitled to go for it if he can catch up.
He might be more of a hindrance to Brugman more than anything as he drifts round Boris Elbow right there, and certainly not the quickest way to take that line.
Now, how is this? Apparently Van Brandenburg is closing in on Stefano for P3 according to Menno Klont, and there is, by my reckoning, only about 2 seconds in it. It's a gap that, with mistakes, could be closed within a lap. And, well, he's going to need to close it in with a lap because there is only one lap to go after this one. Matthias Watman has been put down into last place by Mark Wicks in all this, but at the moment it's going to be interesting to see this battle between Van Woudenberg and Stefano develop, because it's the closest thing. Well, I say it's the closest thing. Watman and Metcalf going at it for 6th. There's Watman wide. Here comes Brett. Down the inside. Argentina is down at the final lap, and so is Lars Bergman. But Metcalf, Watman down the Conrad Straight.
Yeah, it looks like Metcalf has just got the momentum of Watman right now, and he's going to ease past it. But of course, Watman can get into the slipstream of Metcalf and could challenge back into the chase as well. So he's definitely not over it. It all depends how ballsy Watman wants to be.
That is the question. How ballsy are you going to be, Simon? Evidently not very, but that's a good attitude to have. Be sensible. That is the thing, is that we've got to think up ahead. Vansis on Stanford apparently for P9. Stelios, Stelios that hits the wall. Stanford's going to have a run back on him for P9. In fact, he's going to go straight down the outside. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I will go for P9 and you will not. It's the thing that Eric Stanford is saying at the moment. But I'm just trying to keep an eye on Argentino on this last lap. But he's doing a very... He's had a good race since he inherited the lead after all the chaos at start.
Yeah, it's just being consistent. I'm just watching Stanford right now.
He's lapping Matthias Watman. Watman goes and then he avoids carnage. Watman has avoided carnage. Advances! It's just got into Stanford.
Oh my goodness, and well, that's another crash for Bansis, isn't it? That's not the first time he's been in an incident in this race. He gets back on the track.
Oh wow, okay, he actually he was coming out of the corner, he didn't actually see, he just went left into Stanford for no discernible reason whatsoever. That is a bit of a, for lack of a term, that's a bit of a dodgy one, to be honest. He just went left. I'm not saying he did it intentionally, but it's weird you would go left. At that point, Stanford, though, still leading affairs, and I do have to take you back to Argentina now, who's coming into the chase.
Yeah, he's done such a good job, as I was saying, just kept it calm and clean. The gap is closed down for himself and Brugman. He's done just enough to hold on, at least. Yeah, here he comes into Murray's now, the final corner. Didn't quite win race 1, but he's going to get revenge in race 2 with the reverse of the finishing order. It's Argentina who takes his maiden WCS win from Lars Brugman in 2nd. And it's looking to be a Hayden's Motorsport on the podium, but not the one you'd expect. Wesley Stefano is going to come round and finish 3rd. Yeah, here he comes. Van Woudenberg is on his tail, but just not enough. Maybe another lap he might have had it. But Stefano puts across the line. That's really good effort by him, isn't it? Fantastic effort indeed. We've still got a battle going on for P6 between Watman and Metcalf. Simon Watman knows he's not got much time left to go for this as Eric Stanford's hit the wall behind in this battle for P10. But here we go. Watman round on Metcalf into the final couple. It's close between these two. Are we going to see an overtake? He's not got the preferential line, but he's there, but he's not there enough, unfortunately. And it's going to be Metcalf and Watman for 6th and 7th as Loretta's will finish in. It's Vansis and Stanford behind, and Vansis does not think they're going for this. He's just sat behind Stanford. Maybe he feels bad about that incident earlier on, and he's actually hit the wall as well. That surely is a charge over. I don't think he can quite catch up now as he heads down towards the chase once. Yeah, Matthias Watman holding back in P13. Vansis is not really giving us the full leads in any sort of capacity, and Stanford and Vansis P9 and P10. It looks like it's going to stay that way now because Vansis seems to be making no conscious effort to overtake whatsoever on the Englishman. So it's looking to be Vansis Stanford in 10th and 9th respectively as we finish this race after that incident. Yeah, he came round and then he went left into Stanford for some reason. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm sure the stewards panel are going to review it. Maybe he did lose the back, or maybe it was just a lapse in judgment. I don't know. But Stanford 9th and Vansis 10th, and then it's the Reese Wicks in 12th. Watman will finish 13th, and then your retirements Vink, Carlo Basile, Koenig, and well, Stelios Vansis. This might have been a tactical ploy actually, because he's going to start reverse grid pole again. Yeah, hopefully this time around he doesn't have any connection issues on the warm lap and doesn't end up taking out another driver, as it happened in that race 1. But wow, that was truly crazy race there. In the end, Argo Stare was the one that came out on top, wasn't it? And he just seemed to avoid all the incidents as everyone. Well, no one really wants to win the race at one point. Everyone who got into the lead just seemed to lose it through being overtaken and just binning it, and quite a few big crashes as well. Hopefully, everyone's happy enough in the post race, and hopefully there's no issues going on towards turn 3, because there's some very suspect driving there I felt in race 1, but maybe it was just an honest mistake.
Yeah, apparently Stanford totally left. I think there must have been an incident between Stanford and Stelios Vansis, because Stanford apologised. He thought he left enough space. But still, yeah, although Tina evidently happy with his win, says the result of that was farming safety racing on iRacing for a week. Well, that's each to their own, I guess. Vansis was okay with it in the end. So, yeah, doesn't seem to be issues between those two, which is good. But Tina, with a great win ultimately, just keeping it nice and going, being out of the way, and yeah.
Yeah, really, really interesting on that one. It's just crazy at the start, and then it all calmed down after a few laps, didn't it? And in the end, it wasn't really much of a race between the top 2 or 3 drivers, but plenty of action for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It was very entertaining to watch, and well, I just hope that we don't have a crash in the start line this time around. I think that certainly affected the race there, that instant. Well, even before we got past the pit exit, and it all just started to kick up, and that certainly swapped a field that was already very different after the reverse grid that we had going into race 2 as well.
Yeah, of course, we're going to have Vantis on pole for this third race rather. But yeah, for the second time, he'll be on reverse grid pole. Which, do you think he's going to make a better job of it this time?
I hope so. I hope he can get a decent start. I hope he can get away, because last time around he didn't go anywhere at the start, did he? And it certainly didn't work out for him. And well, I guess he must have had a bit of damage from the incident on the warm-up lap as well. I can't see how he would have got away with that one, because it was quite the incident as well. So we'll have to see, really. Yeah, bit of a strange one. I think that's really well strange just began in that first race there. And this time around, I think you'll just be hoping for a normal start and a normal run down to turn 1.
Yep, we want really things to not be as chaotic as last race, but yeah, we should see how this goes indeed, and we'll see how this goes in the end, I guess, ultimately. But yeah, race 3 hopefully will be a bit calmer than race 2.
Yeah, I actually thought race 2 was going to be the calmest race of the day. I thought race 1, everyone's kind of getting into it. Race 2, everyone will calm down, and then race 3 will all pick up because everyone wants to go for it right at the end, which always seems to happen, doesn't it? So I don't think we could get much more crazy than that in race 2. So maybe this is our calm race for the day, but hopefully it'll still be full of action as well. And I just hope that we don't lose any drivers at the start of the race. That's also something that we don't want to see, as we've only got like 2.5 minutes as well.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting. Seeing if anyone else, I thought someone else is going to join the server then, but no, I'll see things.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So then, race 3. Based on who we know is going to be on pole, which is Vansis, in 10th, and we know that Tito's going to be last, who do you think could surprise win race 3?
Whew. Well, it has been the, like you said, it's been Brugman and Stair. They've been the 2 guys who've really shown us how it's done in this first couple of races. It's been one or the other, and they've both been up there, and a fair way from the field as well. But I just feel that Van Wildenberg, he's looked strong. He came 3rd in race 1, and in race 2 there, he still got a good finish, didn't he? Even even after getting absolutely clouted going into the chase by Brugman. That was a huge crash. So I think if Van Mardenberg can have a good start and maybe get up into the top few positions by the end of the first lap, I think he's got a good shout of taking the win today if it's not Brugman or Stair.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how this goes. And yeah, we will see who gets the start they want out of turn one and who doesn't. But yeah, Tina obviously taking a great win, and hopefully we can get him in for an interview because it'd be lovely to talk to Margot and, you know, talk to him about that win. And Lars Brugman as well with the first win. Are we going to see 3 different race winners in 3 races?
Well, that's what I'd like to see. I always like to see 3 different winners. How many different winners? It'd be great if everyone won a race at some point this season. But, well, I think I'm living in a bit of a dream world, aren't I? But we'll have to wait and see. I think, in all fairness to both Brugman and Stair, they've looked so strong today that it's hard to bet against them. Actually, they've just seemed to have got a little bit extra on the rest of the field.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see how this goes. So 7 seconds to go. Menno Klont having some ice cream, and we are ready to go racing here in Bathurst for the final race of this 3-race thing here at WCS.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing a Kimi Räikkönen, isn't he? Having a bit of ice cream. That joke a bit old now.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see how this goes then. So yeah, race 3. Any advice for the driver, Sam?
Don't crash in the start line, please. I think that's probably the best advice I could give. Don't crash in the start line. Don't crash going towards the chase. Don't crash on the warm-up lap. Don't forget to join the grid as well. We've seen plenty of mistakes today, haven't we? I think we've seen a season's worth of mistakes. Just honest mistakes, really. And yeah, hopefully none of that now in race 3.
Yep, indeed. So, race 3 going to start. We are going to have ourselves a battle between some cars on the track, which is what racing is, ladies and gentlemen. Battles between cars on the track. But hopefully, this one won't be a bit of a crazy one. So, off the line then on the formation lap, and for the second time in as many races, Stelios Francis is on reverse grid pole from Eric Stanford in P2, from Lucas Larinis in P3, from Simon Watman, from Brett Metcalf, Jared van der Weide, Peter van Woudenberg, Wesley Stefano, Lars Brugman and Argo Tida. Then it's Sven de Vries, Smartwicks. Matthias Watman is actually missed the start, as is Perry Vink. Then it's Ilja Piccolo, Roy Brazil, Philip Koenig in P17. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry Josh, I was just going to say, I wonder if that's tactical of Vink and Watman have decided, in any instance at the start, and they've decided to stay in their pits, and they'll come out once everyone gets through the end of the first sector before they're allowed to go. I think it must be tactical now if that's happened again.
Yeah, Watman and Vink not going to be able to start on the grid slot 13th and 14th by so yeah, a bit of a shame that's happening, but regardless, we're going to have ourselves a battle here off the start. I mean, Francis had problems last time, but if he gets a good clean start, he doesn't have any connection problems, we should be okay. We got Stanford in second, which is a good position for him to maybe assume an early lead from the likes of Larinis, but then Simon Watman's there as well, and if anything goes wrong, we know he's just the sort to take advantage. Yeah,
he is. It's actually quite an interesting top 5, isn't it? Even top 6, I'd say. Very interesting. Big boys are certainly further back to the grid today. Even like De Vries and Ricciardo and Vasil as well. They're all starting quite far back, and it truly is one of the most topsy-turvy grids we could have dreamt up of. So this is going to be so exciting. Already it looks like Laritis wants to get on with it as he side by side with Stanford there.
Yeah, he does. He's getting right there. He wants to get this race going, does Lucas Laritis. And I'm sure everyone else does as well, with the exception of a handful of tyres, not going to carry big. They'd like as much time as they can to get onto the grid, you know, but I'll stop the pit lane. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Koenig at the back and Bazile there are going to need to make some serious ground. For Carl on the other back as well, as is Wicks, as is De Vries, and then Tito obviously in the final positions that are paid by reverse grid. And yeah, some big names quite far down the field. So who's your prediction for the win?
It really is a difficult one now. I'm going to stick with my my idea that Van Wildenberg, if he gets a good start, then he's going to win it. I feel like he's deserving of a win today. He's looked strong and had a bit of bad luck, so he's my pick.
Yes, that is a very decent pick as well. I was very tempted to go for him, you know.
I keep stealing pick sets at Josh.
We've seen, in the event of a chaotic start, I'm going to go for Sven De Vries. But in the case of a not so chaotic start, honestly, I'm going to have faith and say Simon won. Because he's so well placed, and there's cars behind that can challenge him. But if Stefano can hold them up, he could be in with a miracle win.
No, what's going on with Perry Vink?
Vink is in the pit lane, but he's spun. And Watman has not even left the Matthias, Watman has not even left the garage. Cars are revving up though, we are green here at Bathurst. It's not waiting for anyone this time. Vink is out already, he will not take the start. But it's a Thunder 1-2 into turn 1. Stanford gets into a collision, but it's nothing serious. And Vantis has now ceded the lead to Loridis, who's starting to storm away. I didn't predict either of the Thunder cars to win, mind you. But we got problems in the back as a couple of cars go off. Wicks and Koenig are slow, and Metcalf's gone right back down. And yeah, we got loads of cars heading into this turn at once. I hope this is going to go well, but Watman third seems to have got a good start. Stanford under there from Tina. I didn't even notice Argo was there.
Yeah, look at that stare. It's a mad possessed right now. It's a T already up to fourth. Brookman is pulling him through as well. This is critical. These two are the guys that want to go for the win, and already Stare trying to get past Vantis and didn't quite get around the outside. That's actually giving Brookman a chance, and here comes Sven De Vries as well. It seems like
so many cars. There are so many cars heading through these corners, like 6 or 7 at once. It's madness here. And you know what? Staniels Vantis being there is a miracle to Watman, because he's managing to pull a lead ahead. We got a problem. Crash in the back, I think has rejoined, but someone's had an off somewhere along the line. Oh no, we got Bazile round as well. Yep, right, Bazile is round. He is off big time. Cars are going to go to the easy. Oh, well, he just manages to get the inside quick enough, but Metcalf has to do some dodging there. And yeah, we got cars left, right, and centre. Oh, Van der Weide gets hit by Stefano as they come around this set of corners here as well. Vantis is down into 6th, then it's De Vries, Brookman, Tina, but Watman a mile ahead, and Lucas Loridis leading for Thunder Motorsport.
Yeah, Loridis has had a good start, 4-second lead over Watman, and we haven't even reached the end of lap 1 yet. And then it's a further 4 seconds back before we get there, and Brookman in 3rd and 4th place now, and Vantis is really dropping back as he's on the grass. He's down to 9th already. Yeah, being lap for dead at the moment, it must be said. Vantis is not having a very good second half of the opening lap as he did in the first half, and I imagine the likes of Watman, Brookman, Tina are all going to catch up to him eventually. Loridis, that is, but Vantis has dropped some serious places. There are some big battles going on further in the field. There certainly is, and one of them, it looks like, is Tadare has got De Vries all over the back of him. Brookman's through, of course, and he's pulling away from Stare right now, and Van der Weide is smoking quite badly going down the straight as well, I noticed in the background, so I have to watch out for him and see if he can continue on, and if that's going to affect his power down the straight or not. Yeah, maybe it is, maybe he's running to go well. De Vries on Tina though, here we go for P4, these two. Sven and Argo really challenging each other, but it's Argo who has the advantage coming in the corner, and Sven is going to have to wait, ultimately, so he's not going to get the advantage here, but Brookman's starting to make serious inroads on Watman, but Loridis still running away with it. He certainly is, and he's only extending his gap as well in the lead, and that is really good stuff right now. He's just going to have to try and keep it. So, and at the back, Vantis and it looks like someone else has gone round. Is that Eric Stanford? They both go round, had a bit of a collision. Seems to be boiling over from the first race, doesn't it? Oh, well, that's interesting. Stanford was going right, and he seems to have squeezed Koenig
who couldn't go anywhere. Philip Connick was on the outside there. Stanford came over, squeezed Connick. Connick went to Stanford, who went into Vantis. Connick seems to have got away the easiest, but Vantis and Stanford both spun. So maybe a misjudgment on the Squire Motorsport driver's behalf, and Metcalf's had to do as well. And Metcalf out, and Menno Klont can't contain himself.
It's certainly all going on in this race, isn't it? Right now, Simon Watman.
Brookman apparently.
Simon Watman.
Yeah, Brookman is going for Watman here for P2. Finally, a battle for some decent high position going on here, apart from what we had before. And Simon Watman, he's new in the middle of the road game again. Lars Brookman's not too pleased, but I don't think there's a rule against it. Watman is fine there, and he's held second.
Yeah, just
although
about.
Now, Lars is there, and he can't get through again. And now Sven de Vries, oh, this might have been the strategy. Sven de Vries, he's getting boxed in as Watman here. If he can hold both of them, he's braked early, he's let both of them through. He's made the sensible move, and well, it's cost him a couple of positions, but he's avoided trouble.
What a move that was by de Vries. He came up to the two of them, making 3 wide between himself, Watman and Brookman, and then just overtook them all. Round the outside into the final corner. Excellent move by de Vries. Now he's on the march. Brookman's through as well. Also today, so Watman's all the way down to 5th, unfortunately.
Well, he's got a comeback on Tina coming on. He went wide in Hell Corner, and Watman is back here in the 4th. I think he took the sensible route there, breaking a little bit earlier. Didn't want to get boxed in.
No, he didn't, and it looks like they're going side by side again today. Tried to get past Watman. I think he's got a bit more momentum, but Watman's got the preferred line going towards the cutting. Actually he's hit the wall. Watman's hit the wall. And,
there won't be much damage. Stefano behind's got into a drift as well. Let's be fair, it's not an easy corner to negotiate, but yeah, Watman is holding on to the back of Tina quite nicely here, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a bit shaken up after hitting the wall there, so he's just going to have to regroup and not lose any focus today. I'm sure he wants to get back at the 2 Wouters drivers ahead of him as well, because that's where this battle could all be. They're 6 seconds behind Lauritis right now, but I won't be surprised if we start seeing that gap starting to fall.
Yeah, we might see it start to come down, and well, de Vries and Brookman are P2 and P3 in the moment. I think Lars isn't really going for it here, to be honest, because he doesn't want to compromise the 2-3 the team have. But maybe he'll try something down the corner on straight if there's any sort of inter-team battling going, same team battling going on here. We'll have to see whether it does. And, well, Brookman on de Vries here, down the corner on straight. Sven goes to the inside. Lars is going to the outside. Are we going to have a battle between the two Wilders on the bottom cars here? Into the chase, that's the question. Well, maybe. Here we go. But Sven holds it.
Yeah, they're keeping it clean, aren't they? They're giving each other room, and Sven de Vries really late to the brakes there going into the chase, and that's good braking by him, but you just feel that Brookman's be a bit quicker right now, and the gap is coming down as we go across the line. We'll see what it is. I think it's 5 seconds, isn't it? So that's gone down a full second. Yeah,
it was about 5 seconds in the previous split, to be honest, but I think there has not been much change in all fairness. So de Vries and Brookman helping each other here to race ahead and catch Lauritis, and it could be a Wilders 1-2 by the end of this race if they are lucky. But Lucas Lauritis, if he has anything to say about that, it could be 2-3 because they'll be Thunderbolts won't win.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad, but I think he's going to be looking in his rearview mirror within about a lap's time if this gap keeps coming down the way it is. And de Vries and Brookman and Stead are all certainly catching up with Lauritis right now. They've pulled away from Simon Watman. He's dropped a few seconds back, and he's actually into the grips of Stefano and back for Peter Van Wildenburg as well.
Yeah, de Vries is taking 6/10 out of Lauritis here. There is a significant pace differential between the two of them, and it's looking like we'll have a battle between the two for the lead of this race. But yeah, Watman has dropped off the back of Tina now. It is under threat from Stefano for P5. Watman coming into the Skyline complex. He's holding the middle of the road like he does, but he leans more to the left this time. Stefano can't go anywhere.
No, he can't. He's just... Oh, look at that. Van Wildenburg hits the wall hard and again.
Oh, yeah. That is not good. It's going to lose time. And Van der Weider has just been tagged as well, further behind. He was going around into the Skyline Complex, and yeah, he just got a bit of oversteer, then hit the wall, the car straightened out. Philip Connick behind, nowhere he could go. Absolutely helpless in that one was Connick, and that has not helped Van der Weide at all.
No, both him and Van Wildenberg really down and out of it now, out of the top 10. Mark Wicks jumps into the top 10 for the first time today, so they've got a lot of work to do. And Connick's certainly coming under pressure as well, isn't he, from Riccardo for 7th place?
He is, yes, and yeah, Riccardo is serious pressure from Connick, who's escaped that. Yeah, apparently it is getting closer between De Vries and Lewis. I'm going to have to ask you to keep an eye on that one, Sam. Well, I'll keep an eye on this Connick, Bazile behind him, Bazile, Connick, Riccardo battle. Philip Connick, after that incident with Van der Weide, which really he couldn't avoid, has managed to hold himself in P8, chasing down P7, defending from P9. He's in a tough cookie scenario here, the number 39 car, but he's making a good job of it.
Yeah, he certainly is. I'm just keeping an eye on the guys further in front as well. And well, it looks like actually Connick's going to come under pressure, isn't he, from Bazile in 8th and 9th. They're side by side going up towards Griffins right now, and Bazile on the outside, but he's got a bit more momentum. I think Connick's going to run out of speed, and he certainly has. I slot back in behind Bazile, and he loses position there. Although Bazile goes wide, he loses control as well, and that's allowed Connick to come back in.
Something happened. I think it was nearly crashed with one of the cars. Menno Klont got very excited about that. Maybe an incident with one of Wowder's cars, perhaps. Don't know which one. Oh, apparently Sven Lars nearly crashed into the two Wowder's cars, almost had an incident. That's allowed Argentina to catch up in P4 mind. And this train of 3 is now catching Laritis, and Lucas Laritis, he had a formidable gap to start the race with. It's now down to about a second.
Yeah, it is, and already De Vries has got Brugman back on his tail as well, hasn't he? So he had a bit of a breather for a couple of seconds, but back they go, line and stern, and when he's looking for a way past De Vries, De Vries is sitting in the middle of the track.
I don't think Sven's fighting this too hard. He's given Lars the inside of that corner, and round they go into the chase. Yep, Lars is through. Maybe a tactical move to get Lars in front here, and a sensible one if Sven is concerned. Well, Sven's coming back at it. Well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he just genuinely wants to battle him here, Sven de Vries, so he's got the inferior line. And while he's side by side into Murphy's the final corner, and he's not getting any traction on Brugman. These two, is this detrimental to Wouters than battling?
Oh, look at that. Brugman's really squeezing De Vries against the pit wall, isn't he? They're not
Oh, yeah, there is a great battle, but is it detrimental to pace? Is it detrimental because Tina's there?
Oh, look at that. Today's all over the grass as well, and now he gets alongside Sven de Vries. So all of a sudden, De Vries can be down to 4th place as they go up to the pits.
Yeah, but Argo, he'll want P2 in fact, but he's not going to get it easily. Gets past Sven though. Maybe it was a mistake for them to battle, even though they gave us some fantastic racing. Technically, it's been a nightmare because Tina snatched the podium.
Yeah, that was a slow lap by Brugman as well in 2nd place. So all of a sudden, Laritis is he's going to be rubbing his hands at this, isn't he? And he's to go, come on guys, keep on fighting, because it's helping him, absolutely hurting 2nd, 3rd and 4th more than anything, and De Vries surely wants to come back at Argo, who's hit the wall as well.
Oh, well, it's not going well now, is it, to be honest? I mean, it's all gone, like, I tell you what, Lucas Laritis, you're right, he's smiling his hands, he's grinning with glee, because he's thinking, I'm 1.7 seconds further up the road than I was down the last lap, because they're battling. And it's provided some amazing racing, but technically, it has been the biggest blunder I've ever seen.
It really has, but now I can feel that Brugman's been let loose, hasn't he? He's got a good gap between himself and Sterren Bird, and all of a sudden he's going to be way more focused on the guys ahead, and I think there's been a change of position further back. So, Bazile's out.
Oh, Bazile is out. Yes, he's out from 9th, and well, what happened is, he's just hit the wall and he's decided that's enough. So, yeah, not a good week at the office for Roy Bazile, so to speak. He has not had as good a thing. Although Lars Brugman now Sven de Vries, yeah. Now de Vries and him are there again. The gap has come down to 1.6.
That's actually quite interesting. De Vries got to there, and it's all over the back of Brugman already.
Oslo was slow apparently, and this is what I said, when they're not battling, they're quicker. I think Sven knows that now. I think he's not going forward as hard.
Brugman's still going defensive into these corners, so it's a team to defensive line into turn 1. And else he needed to, I think he's going to do the same here as well as we go towards Griffins.
Yeah, and well, I tell you this, if he goes for it, then nothing of Van der Weide out of the race in all this. Yep, Sven de Vries, I think has learned his lesson. He's not directly attacking Brugman anymore.
He's not going for a dive bomb, but Brugman is looking in his mirrors a lot right now, I can tell you that for sure.
I can imagine he will be, but yeah, as long as this gap is coming down, I don't see why they'd want to fight. The gap to Larinis, now they're cooperating, is 1.2 seconds. If Sven can hold it behind, Brugman in the wall! That's not going to help. But I think Sven knows now if he goes for it, it's going to impede them. So I think he's probably, from a tactical point of view, just saying, let Sven go for the lead. So let Lars go for the lead. Then Sven de Vries can challenge him for it.
I think this next lap is going to be, or these next few corners, the way it's going right now, is going to decide this race, I feel. I think one of these guys is going to get past Larinis first. And as soon as that happens, I think they're going to be paying for the win.
Oh, Larinis! Well, there you go! That's what's happened, and now it is allowed as 1-2. They have gone ahead, and now are we going to see inter-team battle between de Vries and Brugman? That is the question we're going to want to answer. He's got to have a go on the straight here, hasn't he, de Vries, really? Yep, he goes to the outside, round he goes, leaves enough space for Brugman. Doesn't want to compromise much, but he's got into the lead temporarily. Will Lars hold it? Has to come into the chase. Is he going to hold it? He's not. Sven de Vries reassumes the lead, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is two teammates giving each other strife for the lead of the race.
And they're still side by side, aren't they? Going into Murray's, and Brugman's going to try and get the switch back, get the run going down towards turn 1 as they go across the start finish line again. And de Vries goes instantly defensive. This is game on between these two right now.
It very much is. I'd put your chips down if I were you, because this could be worth a lot of interesting moments that could come out of this. Brugman and de Vries, two teammates of Honda's Automotive, putting on a masterclass of how to battle each other here. These two have been at it in second place, third place, now they're fighting for the lead. That is how much they respect each other and trust each other to do this well. And Argentina, though, again, it's tactically the worst thing they could do, because Tina's right there in gaining.
Yeah, Brugman reassumes the lead then, and de Vries is all over the back of him. But this is the most difficult part of the track to overtake. This is when de Vries needs to be patient, sit behind Brugman before he attacks him towards the end once again. And well, Argo's the most patient guy here, isn't he? He's just sat there waiting and waiting, and now he's really caught up to de Vries, and I think de Vries is actually falling back from Brugman a little bit. Can't seem to quite keep up with him through this tight, twisty section of the middle sector.
He does seem to be catching pace here at the moment, and well, Tina behind all of them, he'll be thinking, yeah, you two battle for the lead, because if you hold each other up, I'm going to be there to do what I did before and go ahead. Because they had a 2-3, and they compromised it by battling. Tina got into third. Now, it could be that they managed to compromise themselves out of first and second if they battle too hard, but it's lovely to see them do that. Meanwhile, on lap 8, which is what this is, we have a battle for fifth between Watman and Stefano in other unrelated news.
I think it's the lead that we need to
Oh, well, no, the lead. Yeah, we're looking at the lead. Sorry, my mistake, Sven de Vries. This is clearly more important. He's gone into the lead from Brugman. He will start the final lap as race leader, but I don't know who's going to end as race leader.
I feel like for this final lap that's about to go up, it's going to be who is in second as we go towards the chase. And if that's the case, well, Brugman goes and dives.
Oh, dearie me! Well, I could have argued that might have happened. Those two battling, unfortunately, has ended incredibly badly for Lars Brugman. He's outbraked himself, lost position to Tina. Now it's a 1-3, and Argo within a sniff of the win as Sven de Vries leads the final lap to start.
Yeah, we could be on for our third winner of the day then, because Brugman, I think he just, it's so characteristic there. He lost patience and just went for a dive, and De Vries completely outbroke himself. I just feel that if he just stayed patient, he probably could have got De Vries into even turn 1 or turn 2 at least, and then all he had to do then was just get a decent run down towards the chase to hold on for the win. But it's not going to happen now, and I feel like he's actually not even going to challenge today for second.
Well, this is what happens when you have teammates who want to challenge each other. Sometimes it can end badly. But it was a brilliant battle for as long as it lasted, let's be fair. It was a masterclass on how to battle each other.
It certainly was. It was a great battle, and they gave each other plenty of room and great respect between those two drivers. I've seen them racing before. We all have seen them racing before in multiple series, and once again, fantastic battling and an enjoyable one. It's a shame we're not going to get it on the final lap here, but maybe it's there. Can give us some excitement and keep the pressure on De Vries.
Lars has just gained pretty much a whole second on Argo. He's been that quick. This is not over by any means of the imagination as well. Argentina in the rundown of the chase. Lars Brugman is there. Anything happens, there will be a position change for the moment. But Sven De Vries, the highly likely favourites. Meanwhile, I think Stefano just got past Watman. Where yes, Stefano and Watman battling out. You keep an eye on that for me, please, Sam. Because this is looking close. Watman's going to get through on the Conrad straight. But it's going to be Sven De Vries rounding himself into the chase here around the final couple of corners. It was an immense battle between him and Lars Brugman, ended in Brugman outbreaking himself in wanting to get through. But round Murphy's for the final time this evening. It's going to be 3 winners from 3 races, and Sven De Vries will take the win from Tina from Brugman. So Argentina has been second, first and second. And then 5th place, well, it's going to be Loridis in 4th after a pole and good lead. And he can be proud of that, that is for certain. But Stefano and Brugman is not over yet. Wesley down into the final corner. Has he got the line? No, he doesn't. It's going to be Watman 5th from Stefano 6th. Philip Koenig's going to come home a very respectable 7th. Elger Bacarlo looking to be 8th. And Peter van Woudenberg 9th. Mark Wicks upside down. Well, I've seen it all now. And Stelios Vantis is nowhere near close enough to capitalise, mind. But Mark Wicks, let's see how he did it. He hit the wall and just rolled it.
Wow, what a way to finish the race on your roof. He's got back going again and hasn't actually lost any positions as Mark Wicks. So certainly an interesting one. He's had a bit of an adventure today, hasn't he? But also that battle between Watman and Stefano, they both actually went deep into the chase. Both went onto the grass and had to rejoin the track. So no position change there at the chase, but it could have gone either way after they both made a slight mistake there, pushing so hard for that 5th place.
Yeah. I should mention Stelios Vantis 11th and Eric Stanford last of the finishers. Retirements being Roy Brazil, Jared van der Weide, Brett Murkoff, Matthias Watman and Perry Vink, who didn't even take the start. But what a battle that was between De Vries and Brugman. It's always so interesting. I mean, as a team manager, you absolutely fear it. But as a spectator, you love to see teammates go at it.
You do, you absolutely do. As long as, as long as they keep it clean, that's all that matters. And they certainly did. At the end of the day, Brugman just made a slight mistake there, just broke a bit too late and maybe a bit too opportunistic, trying to get the move done on the final corner of the penultimate lap. Maybe could have just waited a couple more corners to regain that position. I think he was certainly up for it, and he had the pace to do it as well. It wasn't like it was game over if he didn't go for that move. But nonetheless, great racing by the two of them, and Tadare did a good job as well, just looking in the background, waiting for that mistake, and capitalised on it, got 2nd place as well, and kept Sven De Vries honest right up until the end, and great drive by all 3 drivers. I actually feel like we've saved the best race for last there. That was enthralling stuff and thoroughly entertaining all the way through.
Yeah, a thoroughly brilliant race from all parties involved there. Great racing indeed. That's how it should be done. And I think now we are actually going to start bringing people into the broadcast room, and we're going to start with 2 people who have just been giving each other the battle of their life. We're going to start with one of them now, and that is none other than our favourite American, Sven De Vries.
What's up?
What is up? Well, firstly, congratulations on the race 3 win. Secondly, congratulations on showing us a masterclass of inter-team battling.
Yeah, thanks. No, that was great fun. Me and Lars always have very fair and hard battles. Always on the edge, but very very friendly to each other. And it was the same here. We do that whether we're in different teams or in the same teams. We just enjoy battling, and we definitely did that.
Yeah, that was an ultimate battle between you and Lars. Ultimately, we'll come to Lars in a minute, but a bit of an incident towards the end. I think he just outbraked himself, and ultimately that's what stopped the 1-2. But still, for a battle like that, the win must feel special.
Yeah, no, winning after a battle like that is always nice. We were going back and forward through several turns, and yeah, it's awesome to win like that. I think it's the first BMW win for me of the season, so hopefully more to come. But it's a good start.
Yeah, any questions for me, Sam?
I don't know. It's been so much action today. Can you tell us anything about race 2? That was a crazy race as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, race 2 was going pretty well, and then all of a sudden the power cut out and my computer rebooted. So rebooted the computer, got back in the game, hoping to pick up P10, but just stranded at P11. But yeah, it was going good until then.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mad race 2. We saw people problems at the start, and then people gaining loads of positions. Even Simon Watman got a lead in ultimately, and yeah, going to be interesting to. It was interesting for him because we were following him and he's doing a good job, but ultimately, not really the race winner then because that was Hugh's friend of race, and yeah, looking forward. Are we going to see more battles between you and Lars?
Hopefully it depends. I'm starting a new job this upcoming Monday, and I'll have to check and see if I can arrange something with them so that I get Wednesday afternoons off. If so, oh yeah, we'll be battling everywhere in every series,
Yeah, and well, hopefully we will see more battles because that was absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Thank you very much for joining us, Sven, and of course, hopefully good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Well, we've asked one Wouters automotive driver how he felt. Why not ask the other while we're at it? We've got Lars Brugman with us. Hello, Lars, and welcome to the broadcast booth. And, well, again, you and Sven de Vries just know how to battle each other, don't you?
Yeah, it was great fun. Really good battle with him once again. It seems like that never really ends between us. We always seem to somehow find each other during races and have these amazing fights between each other. Fair and all of it. So I really enjoyed it. A shame I outbraked myself into the final corner when I tried to overtake him. But yeah, in the end it doesn't really matter. I had a lot of fun, so it's okay.
That's what it's all about in the end, enjoying yourself. And it was a very enjoyable battle to watch that between you and Lars in the two BMWs, the two Wouters BMWs. Of course, you did outbreak yourself, unfortunately, costing you that second. But, for the battle, third place you must still be reasonably happy with.
Yeah, I'm reasonably happy. Some good points. So in the end, I think that's what I'm here to do. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's ultimately your job to enjoy yourself, and points is always good. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. Then going forwards, is there any particular things that are going to stand out to you? Any particular races?
I don't even know if I'm racing the whole season.
Oh yeah, we've done this one before, actually, haven't we? Because yeah. So, if you were to do any race in the season, which one would it be?
I have no idea what the calendar looks like, so I couldn't tell you.
A prepared man, everybody, Lars Brugman. Well, it's been a pleasure having you anyway, Lars. Thank you very much for joining us again. And again, good luck if you do race again.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just trying to see if there's any one more person who wants to join us. But how was that evening from your perspective, Sam?
That was a thoroughly entertaining evening. I thought we weren't going to be here for a second, and then we quickly rushed in, didn't we? Just in time for race 1 there, and well, we got there. We got into the fun, we got into the action, and it was action packed all the way. I think we had a good little battle in race 1. There was battles through the field, and then it got close towards the end. Race 2 was a bit crazy, but I think we definitely saved the best for last, and that race 3 was just tense all the way through, and certainly the laps just ticked away, and just went by so quickly. that it was great. Bathurst is such a hard track. I can't explain how hard it is. I've done 6-hour race around this track before, and I never ever want to do it again. I can only imagine what it's been like to do 3 races here tonight, and in this competitive field as well. It's truly been a pleasure to watch every one of the competitors today and every one of the races as well. And I just hope we can have more of the same for this throughout the season.
Yeah, I hope we can as well. Now, of course, in a week's time, we have the Formula 3 race coming up. The next round of that, and of course, in 2 more weeks, we have the BMW Championship as well. But I think, unfortunately, that is all we're going to get for tonight. So, until the next round, I've been Josh Randerson. Sam Jones has been Sam Jones. And from everyone here at the brilliant championship that is WCS, it is a very warm goodbye.